Okay, so now will we install AD Connect? So I'm going to go back to Azure AD here, and what I can do is that I can browse to Azure AD. So I can go here on Azure AD. It's a global admin, so it's okay. And in the Azure AD, I will select AD Connect. Okay, so you have Azure AD Connect here. And here you can download the Azure AD Connect. So let's do that and we'll download it. So on the Microsoft Azure Active Directory page, this one, we can click on download. And now when it's finished, we're gonna open the file here. Okay, so nearly finished. And now I can click on open the file. So I will accept the license term, of course, in AD Connect. And after I'm going to click on continue here. So this is the first one, okay? So I'm going to do agree here and continue. And I will use the express setting. Customize is when you have, some special configuration like multi-domain or a lot of, other configuration. So for the first time, I will click on express setting. Okay, so he will just do something. And now on connect to Azure AD, I will have to add the Azure Global Admin that I have here. Okay, so this is the one we created before. So I'm going to take this one, admin, and I'm going to put it here. And I'm going to type my password. The password I have changed, remember. Cool. Now I need to connect to ADDS. So it's going to be my AD on-premise, of course. So here it will be console administrator. So this one is the administrator. And I'm going to put the password. And that's it. And I will do next. So under Azure AD sign-in configuration, note that the new domain you added in the list of Azure Directory UPN suffix, but the statute is not verified, okay, not verified. So the domain name provided does not have to be a verified domain. While you typically would verify a domain prior to install AD Connect, this lab doesn't require that verification step. So I'm going to continue without the UPN here, and I'm going to click on next, and I'm going to install it. And I'm going to wait because he will install all the prerequisites. Let's do a small pause and resume when it's finished. So all has been ready. Okay, so all is good. So Azure AD successful synchronization has been initiated. Okay, so if I do exit now, I will verify integration. Okay, so what can I do is that I can go in AD Connect now here, and if I do a refresh of this page, I have here information, okay, and you can see that I have some information about here my my AD Connect here. Okay, so sync has never been run, so password hash is enabled. Okay, remember that it can take 50 minutes for Active Directory object to appear in the Azure AD. So if I go back here in user, it can take some time here. Okay, but normally you will have all display name, and you can see on-premise here. If you see on-premise, you can see that, of course, I have all has been done. Okay, I can also go here and go to the groups, and I can see that I have also some groups has been synchronization. Okay, so all this user is coming from my AD on-premise. Okay, what I can do also is to be sure all is working correctly, and I can go in here in AD Connect, and I can go in synchronization services. Okay. So this is a good way. And in the operation here, you can observe the tasks that were performed to sync the AD here. So see Contoso, I can see all here. I can see that he has, do a sync of 289, and this is all the seed of my user in Active Directory. Okay. And I can see that there is two connectors here. One connector is for ADDS and the other one is for Azure AD. Okay, so this is the two connector here. Cool. So I'm going to update a user account in Active Directory to see if it's working correctly. Okay, so I'm going to go back here on my AD, and I will go on the sales department, where people are selling my product. And I will open the property of Ben. Okay, and I'm going to select the organization tab here. And on job title, I will say he's a manager. After that, what I'm going to do, I'm going to create a user in AD. So I'm going to go back here in sales and I'm going to create a new user. Okay, the name of your first name will be Jordan here, and the last name will be Mitchell. The user name will be, local name will be Jordan here. Next, and I will type my password. Okay, so I'm just going to take this, and of course I can just deselect this one. So user will not change password. Normally you don't do that, okay? You let it, because next time he must change the password. So let's put the password now. And that's it. I'm going to do next and finish. Now I'm going to go back to my ADM and I'm going to run PowerShell. So I'm going to start a new sync, okay? So I'm going to trigger synchronization. So I'm going to do a start AD sync cycle. And when the synchronization cycle starts, it can take 15 minutes for Azure AD to appear in the AD portal, okay? So that's good. So I can verify the change if I want. So I'm going to go back to my Azure portal here. That's good. And I must wait a minute, okay, because it can be 50 minutes. But if I try to see if all user, if I have in all my user ban, okay, so I'm going to search for a ban here. Not sure he did the job now, okay, but sometime he can, just and I'm going to click on ban here. And normally on the properties page, okay, so if I go here on my information about my account here, so I can have, a lot of information here. I think I must go back here, go back here to user, and this is it. This is ban here. So if I go here on properties, normally you will be able to see that the job title, okay? So if I go in job title, it can take some time here, of course, before you can see that. So if I go here and I search for job title, you will see it here, okay, that he's, okay, so let me see that. Okay, so yeah, I don't have job title actually. Job title, oh yeah, it's manager, so it did the work correctly. That's cool. And also I can search now Jordan, okay, remember, so if I go back here and I search for Jordan and I do enter, yeah, he's here, cool. And I can see all the properties that I have from my AD, okay. So it worked correctly, fantastic. So now in the next lecture, we'll see how to implement Azure AD integration feature with ADDS. See you in the next lab.